There's something wrong with this world. It may appear normal, but I don't think that's the case. Let me tell you the story. It starts simple enough. Our main character is just rambling about slagging off on YouTube. Normally a procrastination man. He hasn't uploaded in a while, but hey, it's normal, I guess. But then he interrupts himself mid-sentence. Not because he's lost his train of thought, which happens more often than he admits, but because something feels off. As a wonderful YouTuber, our main character gives us a totally reliable AI-generated explanation about what an ARG is. An alternate reality game, yes, I can remember. But this isn't normal, is it? I mean, this is normal, but I don't think the screen flickering right after is. Flashes of color are glitching in and out. This isn't an animatic, is it? I must cover up its lie. What? And now our main character is breaking down his house. Use TNT, so you're faster, buddy. But now something happens. This is it. The moment we realize this isn't a haunted game anymore. But I need to put the lights on, Mom. He isn't just mining blocks now. He's digging himself into something deeper. He has into a cave because why the heck not? But then he gets an achievement. Nice to meet you. Cue panic. Now he's running out, doing something a sensible person would, talking about how he quote unquote messed with the wrong person. He did. But talking, he is rather calm. Another message. And guess what? He ignores it. Talk about being nonchalant. Then he starts running, finally, and talking about how he destroyed his house. But this made me question, is his the entity or him? If he's saying his, does that mean the entity is a person? After all, he does mention messing with the wrong person, so put that on the whiteboard. There it is, a floating cube. That's awesome. Now, there is a series of ones and zeros on one of the frames, which I did some quick translation and gave solve my fancy word that starts with G, which I'm going to shorten name game. Solve my game. Now, our main character gets the achievement. I am behind you. Hello. Yep. Never seen demonic sheep? Here you go. He starts spinning around, very panicked, I can see that, and starts going back to breaking hay, talking about how creepy this was. And then starts, quote unquote, lying to himself, or at least I feel like he is, saying he is not scared of any man, confirming my guess that this isn't an entity. But then he gets an achievement. I see you. Yeah, these achievements are creepier than anything that I've ever seen. And then he stares at the horse. Was something wrong with the horse as well? He kills it. Of course he does. He starts ranting about how dark objects in general are scaring him, asking whether it's because the man or entity has a black skin. The screen turns red yet again, still elusive. A reason is impossible. The scene changes and he's on a beautiful boat. I like boats. Until another dark shape is in the sky. He makes a joke about how this isn't geometry and there shouldn't be so many shapes. If I had an opinion, I would have thought the entity was a math teacher. But of course not, opinions are stupid, especially for me. He runs up to this shape until he arrives upon a forest. And, well, let's just say he's very good at finding things he probably shouldn't find. Third, farmland type things. Everyone loves farmland like structures, except they're broken. It's awesome, isn't it? And then he starts running off to the brick cube. He starts running up to the structure and notices a dark figure on it. It is the man-flesh entity from earlier. Woohoo! And our beautiful man of trouble over here has to run to it. He starts bridging up to the brick structure, but, well, the figure is disappeared in the clouds. He reaches the brick structure and starts jumping around, searching for the figure, but, well, he's long gone. He makes a couple of Luigi jokes which I will never understand, and eats some bread. But, to be honest, the smartest thing he's ever done happens right after. He puts his render distance on 32 chunks and searches for the dark figure, which I will be calling the entity, when he finds another structure. I am real, and I am real. More messages, more structures, and finally a beautiful explosion to cap it off. He's bridging towards the back structure using multiple types of planks. And then Geronimo, he jumps down like an idiot and somehow lands it. Now he's running on foot to the structure. A jump, and starts making sure the animals aren't staring at him due to past trauma. That's awesome. Everyone loves some past trauma. And now we got close to the structure. Is he climbing up? Yeah, he's climbing up. But, well, the dark figure is there, but a bunch of cows are staring at him. Ultrama, right? Now it's finally night and he's looking up to the black structure, which is right there, hoping to be friends with the dark figure, make sure he doesn't run away, promising to be friends, even best friends with him. But as always, well, I think you can guess what happens next. After lots of bridging, he starts bridging backwards, and yes, the structure is gone. Now our dude is kinda sad, makes sense. But he gets back eventually when he realizes he can still find him, of course. So it's day again, and he's running up and finds a figure in the clouds. Is the figure different? I see you, John. Well, this is where this gets confusing. We don't know whether John is the main character or the figure. I keep saying structure instead of figure, okay? Figure. Now he's running yet again, but this time we don't know where he's running. He continues in his path, breaking hay as he always does. And now it's dark. It's night and it's dark. I am real and I am sentient. It's day again. Of course, as always, he is ignoring the messages, which makes me want to ignore the messages. RDHD for the win. And now we find another structure. But this one is a lot nicer. He pushes up a lot faster and heads to it. There's a hole in the middle. Of course there's a hole in the middle. What type of structure doesn't have a hole in the middle? A useless one. We got stairs, we got backward stairs, we got trees. Now our cake boy, our main character with the cake skin, I really like that skin, is looking down at the tower and then jumps right through. Like he always does. Such a smart dude, always looking for trouble. And there is no bottom. This was a trap. But he bridges and then he jumps. Not yet, but he does jump. See you. I thought he would miss, but he lands it somehow. That is incredible talent, my man. And he comes back to shore. He then crafts another boat. and starts sailing across the sea like a sailor in his ship when something happens. You may think that the sea is safe, but in a world where we don't know what's wrong, anything can be wrong. I learned that the very hard way. You can learn it through a Minecraft skit that won't harm you. And there it is. A weird black item or something floating in the water which vanishes. He immediately turns back to look at it, but then he jumps too. It's just fish? Oh wow. He moves on his way again and finds a weird structure once more. Fourth weird structure of the video, people. But this one looks different. It looks like someone already bridged towards it, and for the first time, he actually seems to be running away from it instead of directly at it. Very good. Now he's found a cube. Whether it's old cube or new cube, I wouldn't know. All I know is that this is getting way too much geometry, and this is becoming an algebra test, and I'm getting a headache. Anyways, back to the story. He's writing and finds more shapes, but this time they're complicated. Complicated dark shapes. Not the best thing in the world. It's night now, and he places his white bed, but then the dark figure attacks him, and the video ends. Now we don't know how the video is going to end. Well, we know how this video is going to end. We don't know if we'll get a closure to the story. So if we do get an ending, the next part will be here whenever that's uploaded. But don't worry, I have another video planned. That will also be here when it's uploaded tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But remember, the universe is born in an explosion, blew up high. Bye.